Yo, Broncos country, close your eyes for a sec and picture this. Empower Field at Mile High buzzing, the crowd roaring like thunder, our offense lined up, ready to explode in 2025. But then a dark cloud looms on the horizon. One of our most promising receivers, that giant who dominated as a rookie, is dealing with an issue that's got the entire Denver Broncos family on edge. Will his knee hold up? Will he be ready to carry our offense toward the Super Bowl? Today, we're diving deep into this news, with all the details, analysis, and what it means for our team. So grab your helmet, buckle up, and let's roll, because this video is going to fire you up to cheer for the Broncos. Broncos country, let's huddle up. The hot topic right now is Devaughn Vele, our massive receiver, that 6.5 beast from the University of Utah, who became a sensation in our offense in 2024. This guy, a 7th-round pick in the last draft, came in quietly, but ended the season with 41 catches, 475 yards, and 2 touchdowns, turning into a lethal weapon on third downs and in the red zone. He's the kind of player who keeps opposing defenses up at night, with reliable hands and a physical presence that's nearly impossible to cover. But now in 2025, a shadow's hanging over him, his knee. During the spring mini-camp, he sat out practices. In training camp, Coach Sean Payton gave him multiple rest days. And the reason? A knee issue that's requiring special care. Payton was crystal clear. It's maintenance. We want him flying in the regular season, so we're being cautious now. This is the Denver Broncos playing smart, thinking long-term. Nobody wants to risk losing a key player by pushing too hard in the heat of training camp. Let's take a second to grasp the magnitude of this. Broncos country, this receiver isn't just anybody. At 6'5" and 210 pounds, he's a nightmare for opposing secondaries. He doesn't just catch passes, he opens up the field, creates mismatches, and is a constant threat in the end zone. Last year he showed he's more than just a rookie. In games against tough defenses like the Chiefs and Chargers, he was clutch, converting third downs and even helping the run game with solid blocks. Payton's called him one of the smartest players on the roster, able to line up anywhere in the offense, from the slot to wideout, even in some exotic formations. That's rare in the NFL, folks. But here's the big question. Will that knee hold up? Payton's confident, and that's a good sign. He explained that the team's giving Vele strategic rest with a well-structured plan alongside the medical staff. The goal is to avoid overloading him now to ensure he's a full-on war machine by week 1. And that makes total sense, right, Broncos country? We've seen what happens when other teams rush injured players back. Remember that Chiefs running back who came back too soon and ended up sidelined for months? Yep, the Broncos are playing with their heads, not their hearts. So, what do you think, Broncos country? Are you confident Payton's doing the right thing by holding this guy back now? Or do you want to see him test that knee in training camp, just to be sure? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the fan's voice is what makes this team massive. Let's zoom out for the bigger picture. In 2024, the Denver Broncos took a leap. With Sean Payton at the helm, our quarterback solidified himself as a true leader, and the team finished the season with 10 wins, 7 losses, and a playoff berth. It was a rebuilding year that put us back on the map. But for 2025, the stakes are higher. We want the ring. And for that, every piece of the offense needs to be dialed in. Our big receiver is one of those pieces. He's not just a reliable target for our quarterback. He's a game changer. With him on the field, defenses have to worry about double coverage, which opens up the run game and the play-action plays Payton loves. Now let's talk about the impact of this situation on the team. If Devaughn Vele's knee is 100% by week 1, he could be the X-factor in tough AFC West matchups. Picture him stretching the field against the Chiefs' secondary or dominating in the red zone against the Raiders. But if his knee doesn't hold up, the team will lean more on other receivers, like our veteran captain or the hungry rookies shining in training camp. Speaking of training camp, the roster's deeper this year. The defense, led by our star cornerback, looks like a brick wall. The offensive line is intact, and the run game's getting reinforcements that'll make some noise. But the passing game depends on guys like Vele to keep defenses on their toes. It's worth noting that his knee issue isn't severe, at least not yet. It's not a torn ligament or something requiring surgery. It's more about wear and tear, something the team's managing carefully. Peyton said it's easier to control during the season with fewer intense practices than in the grind of training camp. And listen, the confidence in Vele is sky high. Peyton can't stop praising his intelligence and versatility. He said the guy's reading the playbook like a veteran, which is music to the fans' ears. Imagine this giant lining up in the slot, confusing defenses, or running a deep route to blow the game open. He's the kind of player who makes Peyton's scheme shine. But Broncos country, let's be real. Injuries are every team's nightmare. In the NFL, where every game is a battle, a player like Vele is missed big time. That's why the team's investing heavily in his recovery. The medical staff is monitoring every step, and the plan is for him to ramp up training in the coming weeks, eyeing the preseason. Plus, Peyton's using training camp to test other options in the offense. Other receivers, like the rookies from the draft, are getting valuable snaps. It shows the Broncos are ready for any scenario, but let's be honest, nobody wants to see our big man on the sidelines. So Broncos country, what's going through your heads? Do you think Vele's going to come back full force and shut down opposing defenses? Or are you worried this knee could become a chronic issue? Let us know in the comments, because we want to feel the pulse of the fan base. To wrap up the context, the AFC West is a war zone. The Chiefs are coming in strong, the Chargers are stacked, and the Raiders are always a thorn in our side. To compete at this level, we need all our weapons. Vele is one of those weapons, a guy who can turn a 10-yard pass into a 50-yard play with his speed and size. Without him, the offense loses some punch, but with him, we've got everything to dominate. So, let's root for that knee to be rock solid, because the 2025 Denver Broncos look like a team that's going far. Yo, Broncos country, if your blood's pumping with this news and you want to follow every detail, every play, and every epic moment with the Denver Broncos, subscribe to the channel now. Just hit the button, ring the bell, and join the family that lives and breathes this team. Don't wait, because the season's coming and we'll be here covering it all. Look, Broncos country, I'll keep it real. This knee thing with Devaughn Vele has me a bit nervous. It's not that I doubt our receiver. The guy's a tank, a raw talent who's already shown what he can do. But the NFL is brutal, and injuries, even minor ones, can become a headache. I think Peyton's playing it right by holding him back now to make sure he's flying in September. But what if the knee doesn't cooperate? Can our passing game hold up with just the other receivers? I trust Peyton's scheme, but I want to hear from you. Do you think the team's ready for any scenario, or are you worried about this situation? Drop it in the comments, because Broncos fans always have the best game insight. So, Broncos country, what's your take? Think our big receiver's going to come back crushing it in Week 1, or are you worried that knee might be trouble? Share your thoughts in the comments, because the Denver Broncos family is built on the passion and voice of every one of you. Don't forget to smash that like button, share the video with your fellow fans, and get ready for the next chapter of this journey. Until the next video, let's go, Broncos.